What does it all matter anyway? I mean, we're locked down again. Everything's closed. The world's gone crazy. Maybe we should just give up and have enough. It's all enough. Enough is enough. God, we're done. We're done. And actually, we seem to find an example of that nihilism in this week's parasha. Well, at first, it doesn't seem so nihilistic. Abraham and God, they're having a conversation. God says, I'm going to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. I'm going to get rid of this place which is entirely evil. And initially, Abraham seems to fight for these people. If there are 50 righteous people there, if there are 45, if there are 40, down and down, if there's even 30 righteous people, will you save it? Will you save it, God? And God says, yes, I will save it. And 20 righteous people, will you save it? Yes, I'll save it for 20. What about 10? 10. God says, yes, I'll save it for 10. And then the conversation ends. Like, what about 9? What about 8? What about 5? What about 3? What about one righteous person, God? What about saving the city for one righteous person? It seems like the fight was there. We were fighting hard. 50, 45, whatever it was. We'll go through. We'll fight and we'll fight. But then, eventually, we just stop and we give up. It's all too much. Or is it? Why does Abraham stop at 10? Well, let's work it out. Where do these angels of destruction go when they arrive at Sodom, when they arrive at Gomorrah? Where do they go? Well, they go to the one possibly righteous person in the whole town. Who is this person who they are greeted by, who welcomes them in, who shows them Abraham-like kindness? It's someone who's actually been brought up in the house of Abraham. It's someone who is the family of Abraham. Abraham's nephew, Sarah's brother. Who is that? That's Lot. Lot, a righteous man demonstrating kindness in a city of darkness. Light versus darkness, and there the angels go, and they find protection, they find hospitality. And the people of Sodom and Gomorrah, they're against this. They want to have enough, they've had enough of this righteousness in their midst. But Lot is told a message from these angels. Lot is told a message: gather up your whole family, gather them all, and we will save you. Gather them all and we will save you. Let's just work out, how many people did Lot's family constitute? Well, Lot had, as the text says, he had his 2 sons and his 2 sons-in-law he gathered in with him. 2 sons and 2 sons-in-law. The sons-in-law must have had wives. That's why they're sons-in-law. Therefore, there were 2 daughters. 2 daughters who are married. So that's so far 2 sons, 2 sons-in-law, 2 married daughters. But we know that when the mob came to attack Lot's house, Lot offered them 2 unmarried daughters. So that's 8 people in total. Count Lot and his wife, and we have 10 people. Abraham didn't stop fighting. He was fighting for his nephew, for Sarah's brother, for Lot. Why Lot? Lot, whose expansion into family was a group of 10. And here is where the downfall was met. Because did Lot's sons want to go with him? No. Did Lot's sons-in-law want to go with him? No. Did the married daughters want to go with him? No. Only the immediate dependents of Lot, his wife and 2 unmarried daughters, were willing to take that journey out of Sodom and Gomorrah, out into salvation. But actually, if they'd all grouped together and said, yes, we hear God's message, yes, we want to be part of God's plan, maybe they wouldn't have needed to run away at all. There would have been the 10 righteous people, influenced by this one person, Lot, influenced by him to stay and save everybody. Every single person has the opportunity to influence those around them. Lot could have influenced his entire family, and Lot's failing was that he was unable to do so. What can we take from this message? Well, in these times of darkness, we mustn't give up hope. But not only must we not give up hope, we must think about the effects we have on other people around us. If we can hold out hope, not just for ourselves, but for others, then we can spread that goodness, we can spread that light, we can do the opposite of Lot. We can lift people's spirits. And so this week, which will be the first week of full lockdown, When you come home, if you're going to the office, or when you step out of work, if you're working from home, when you come to meet your family or friends, or when you pick up the phone to check in with someone, try and do it with a smile on your face. Walk into home with a smile. Walk into home with hope. Walk into home with light. Greet others with your light, even if you have to fake it till you make it, because righteousness is catching, light is catching, and vice versa as well. It's worth fighting till the bitter end, till the last 10, till the last group of people that could be influenced. That's what it's worth doing. It's worth fighting for every moment. And so for me personally, the big fight isn't necessarily out there in government, out there in politics. The big fight right now is making sure my family is a place of light. My friends are being held in mind. And my well-being is pouring forth to support others. Shabbat Shalom.